Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma is lymphoid neoplasm that arise from the B cells, and these lymphomas are characterized by the presence of the specialized cells called Reed-Sternberg cells. Hodgkin lymphoma has bimodal age distribution. It means that they first hit in round about 15 years age and their second hit in round about 30s age. Hodgkin lymphoma has male predominance as compared to females, and these lymphomas are associated with certain viruses such as Epstein-Barr virus and HIV virus. Hodgkin lymphomas, they mainly affect the lymph nodes and they spread from one lymph node to the other, as shown here. If this lymph node affected first, the Hodgkin lymphoma, it spread from this lymph node to the neighboring and then to the next one. This spread is called contagious spread. Hodgkin lymphomas, they first involve the cervical lymph nodes and then it descends downward towards mediastinal lymph nodes. Hodgkin lymphomas are broadly classified into two categories. First one is the classical Hodgkin lymphomas and second is the lymphocyte predominance. Classical Hodgkin lymphomas are further categorized into nodular sclerosis, mixed cellularity, lymphocyte rich, and lymphocyte depletion. Hodgkin lymphoma can best be memorized through the mnemonic Hodgkin. H stands for HIV infection. As I have told you that Hodgkin lymphoma is associated with certain viruses such as HIV virus, Epstein-Barr virus. O stand for owl's eye. As I have told you, Hodgkin lymphoma is characterized by the specialized Reed-Sternberg cells. These cells have two nucleus that resemble the owl's eye and it stands for O. D stands for mediastinal lymph nodes. G stand for contagious spread. K stand for kidney involvement. I stand for bimodal age distribution. First hit in round about 15 year age and second hit in round about 30 years age. N stand for nodal enlargement. As we know, lymph nodes are the main reservoir of the B cells, and Hodgkin lymphoma, it originates from B cells, and when B cells, they proliferate, the lymph node size, it gets enlarged. S stand for secondary amyloidosis. Next mnemonic is 15 into 2 is equal to 30. 15 is the first hit of the disease in round about 15 year age. 30 is the second hit of the disease in round about 30 age. 2 stand for 2 nucleus of the Reed-Sternberg cells. So 15 into 2 is equal to 30. This 15 and 30 also used to memorize the two receptors of the Reed-Sternberg cells, which are CD15 positive and CD30 positive. It means that Reed-Sternberg cells, they express two receptors, CD15 and CD30. What is the pathogenesis of the Reed-Sternberg cells? Reed-Sternberg cells, they arise from the germinal center B cell. This germinal center B cells, when it hit by the Epstein-Barr virus, these cells are converted into Reed-Sternberg cells. These cells release cytokines and cytokines induce inflammatory response. They induce different cells, lymphocytes, granulocytes and macrophages, and these cells are the inflammatory cells that produce inflammatory response. When B cells activate into Reed-Sternberg cells, first these cells have to stabilize themselves, and these Reed-Sternberg cells, they stabilize them through different receptors. This CD30 receptor, CD40 receptor, CMET and interleukin-13R. All these receptors, they are used to stabilize the Reed-Sternberg cells. Surrounding cells, eosinophils, helper T cell to and dendritic cells, these release different ligands, and these ligands, they bind to these receptors, activate them, and these receptors, they will stabilize the Reed-Sternberg cells. Once Reed-Sternberg cells are stabilized, they release different cytokines such as MCSF, which activate macrophages, and macrophages ultimately produce inflammatory response. Now, what is Reed-Sternberg cell? Reed-Sternberg cell, as you can see here, I have drawn owl's eye, because these cells have resemblance to the owl's eye cells. As owl has two eyes, these cells have two nucleus with their own nucleoli, and they have clear cytoplasm, and these cells express two receptors, CD15 and CD30, as we have memorized it through the mnemonic. 15 stands for first hit and 30 stands for second hit. Reed-Sternberg cells has different variants. First one is the mononuclear variant. Mononuclear variants has single nucleus. These variants are basically Reed-Sternberg cells, but there are some morphological changes. For example, in mononuclear cells, these are Reed-Sternberg cells but with single nucleus. Next one is the lacunar cells. Lacunar cells, these are also Reed-Sternberg cells, but either they have one nucleus with multiple lobes or have two nucleus, but their cytoplasm is not present. Third one is the lymphohistiocytic variant. These variants are basically RS cells, but they have polyploid nucleus. Hodgkin lymphoma is classified into 4 stages. In first stage, single lymph node is involved. Stage 2, more than one lymph nodes are involved, but on the same side of the diaphragm. In this figure, this is the diaphragm, which is taken as standard, and if 2 lymph nodes are involved above the diaphragm or either below the diaphragm, it means in lymph nodes involved on either side of the diaphragm, we consider it stage 2. In stage 3, 2 or more lymph nodes are involved on both sides of diaphragm. As you can see here, one lymph node is involved above the diaphragm and second one is involved below the diaphragm. And in stage 4, different lymphoid structures are involved both above the diaphragm or below the diaphragm. Now, how the Hodgkin lymphoma patient presents? He presents with B symptoms. Now, what are these B symptoms? Patient present with drenching night sweats. He has unexplained fever, painless lymphadenopathy, and unexplained weight loss. When patient present with all these symptoms, we have to further investigate it to confirm the diagnosis. Now we shall explain the types of Hodgkin lymphoma. First is the nodular sclerosis. Nodular sclerosis, it is characterized by the lacunar cells. These cells resemble to Reed-Sternberg cells, may have two nucleus or single nucleus with multiple lobes as shown in the figure. These cells are present against the background of the T cells, eosinophils and macrophages. These cells, they express receptors CD15 and CD30, and these are virus negative. And this type mainly involve the mediastinal lymph nodes. Next type of Hodgkin lymphoma is mixed cellularity. This type is characterized by the presence of mononuclear cells. These cells are Reed-Sternberg cells but characterized by the presence of single nucleus. These cells are present against the background of T cells, eosinophils, macrophages and plasma cells. These cells express CD15 and CD30 receptors, and these cells are having virus positive. Almost 70% of cases of mixed cellularity has Epstein-Barr virus positive. Next type is lymphocyte rich. Name shows that these cells are present against the background of T lymphocytes. These are characterized by the presence of mononuclear cells, and these mononuclear cells which express CD15 and CD30 receptors, they are present against the background of T lymphocytes. Next type is lymphocyte depletion. This type characterized by the presence of reticular variants, and these variants express CD15 and CD30 receptors, and these cells they more prone to Hodgkin lymphomas when there is pre-existing HIV infection. Next broad category of the Hodgkin lymphoma is the lymphocyte predominance. Lymphocyte predominance type characterized by the presence of lymphohistiocytic cells or called popcorn cells. These cells are basically Reed-Sternberg cells, but they have polypoid nucleus. Their nucleus just like the polyps, and these cells they express different receptor, that is CD20 receptor, and these cells present against the background of dendritic cells and B cells, and these are virus negative. If a patient comes and present with B symptoms that include fever, weight loss, lymphadenopathy and drenching night sweats, we have to investigate the Hodgkin lymphoma to confirm the diagnosis through radiological imaging and through the bone biopsy. When the case of Hodgkin lymphoma is confirmed, we can treat it through the radiotherapy and through chemotherapy. But these are the older treatments because these treatments increase the risk of AML cancer. Nowadays, we use anti-CD30 antibodies to treat the patients of Hodgkin lymphomas. In short, Hodgkin lymphomas, they arise from the B cells, and they are characterized by the presence of specialized Reed-Sternberg cells. These cells express different receptors, specifically CD15 and CD30 receptors. And Reed-Sternberg cells, it resembles to the owl's eye. It has two nucleus and abundant cytoplasm. Three variants of the Reed-Sternberg cells are present. Mononuclear variants, these variants are present in mixed cellularity type and lymphocyte rich type. Lacunar variants are present in nodular sclerosis, and lymphohistiocytic variants are present in lymphocyte predominance type. When patient comes with the B symptoms, we have to investigate the case through the radiological imaging and through bone biopsy. And when the Hodgkin lymphoma case is confirmed, we can treat it through the anti-CD30 antibodies.